Happy Mega Friday, everybody. This is my first time recording in 2019, and I'm really trying to get back into the whole swing of things. So if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And without further ado, here's the video. So I'm starting out by packing Wiz onto my crease area, and I've primed my eyes with the AOA Wonder Cover in the shade Fawn. Once I have that black packed on to my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and start blending out the edges, and I'm just using Heat from the same 3502 Morphe palette, and I'm just gonna use that to blend out the edges. And I'm going to take my time to try and make sure that I get a fairly smooth transition, being as I am only using these two colors to create the gradient. Here I'm just switching brushes, just so that I can really work on this gradient a little bit better. But once I get that gradient the way I would like, I'm gonna go ahead figure all this out. Okay, once I get that gradient the way I would like, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut the crease. I know, yet another look where I'm cutting my crease. This will be the last one for a little bit. So I'm just gonna do the typical like U shape, a little bit wider on the end though, so you'll be able to see it shortly, what I'm speaking of. And I'm just trying to take my time to make sure that I am getting that cut the way I'd like. I'm not using the concealer I would normally use to cut my crease. I'm currently using the concealer from Makeup Revolution to do this, and I usually use the ColourPop No Filter concealer to do this. And the Makeup Revolution concealer doesn't move as fluidly when cutting the crease. So I'm just gonna take my time to make sure that this does look the way I would like it to look. And this is what I mean. I'm completely like overdrawing it on the outer edge versus on the inner edge for this particular look. And I'm just smoothing out the entire surface. And once that's done, I'm just gonna skip ahead, do the other eye, and I'll come back when I start adding shadow. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use Universal from the 3502 palette, and I'm gonna just pack that into the inner portion of this cut. I'm really trying to do more neutral looks. It's actually like, what's the best way to put it? It's a challenge for me to do neutral. So that's why I've been like working on trying to do more neutral looks lately. So once I have on that universal, I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to start laying on some heat from that same palette right next to it and blending those two shades together from the in the center of my lid. I'm just repeating that on the other eye. And then right after heat, I'm going to use a blaze next to that. And I'm just blending that all together. And then on the in, I am using In the Zone and Wiz to round out my crease towards where my eyeliner will be. So I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat those same steps on the opposite eye. And I'm just rounding out that edge like I was saying, using Wiz and then blending it along with the heat that we used in the beginning. So once I'm finished with that and blending in those edges, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Electrocute eyeshadow by Sugar Pill in Supercharge, and I'm just gonna apply that completely over all the eyeshadow I've just put on. And this is just gonna add a bit of an extra shimmer to the entire look because I thought it looked a little bit plain. And once I've applied that to my entire lid, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Pigment Primer. And for just a little bit of an extra oomph, I'm going to put a little bit of the Sahi eyeshadow in the shade Dubai just in the center of my lid, which is just gonna add that extra bit of foilness and just that extra glimmer when I turn my head. Underneath my eyes, I'm using heat and I'm starting that and I'm just blending that right underneath my eyes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and smudge some of the Wiz, and then I'm gonna tight line with my usual Pixie black eyeliner. Okay, I'm just checking on those corners because it's important that they maintain their shape. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of the Naked Pigment in Desert right on my inner corner for that extra bling. Now I'm using my, what is this? I'm using one of my favorite liners. It is the Kat Von D tattoo liner. And I'm just using that to create a thin line right above my lashes, and I am connecting it with the shape of the eyeshadow. And then once I have my liner the way I like it, I'm gonna use a little bit of Wiz to deepen that corner just a tidbit more to make sure the liner is seamless with the eyeshadow. And that's the finished look. Hope you guys enjoyed.